Today, this is 60 seconds, the chance where us youth get to ask our leaders any questions in 60 seconds while holding these books on top of our heads.
Yes.
I'm Ivy and I've got Ariane with me today. How are you feeling?
I am feeling good, like 10 out of 10, but I'm also feeling like I could flop this at any moment. So, yeah. Shall we start?
Sure.
Have you set the timer?
Yep, I've got
the
timer
set.
right here.
Love that, love that. So me and Ivy love reading, so we set the challenge of like putting all of these on our heads. Will they stay? We will see. Ready?
Yep.
Steady.
Good. Alright, what was your favourite subject in school?
Drama.
What's the most important thing in a sandwich?
The filling, but you know the texture of the bread is kind of important too.
True. What is your favourite Bible verse?
Ooh, I've got a lot, but I love Psalm 1, 2, 1. I can recite it, but I'm scared.
What do you prefer, Nando's or KFC?
Definitely Nando's.
Yes. What do you love about the area you live in?
Ooh, I love Croydon because there's so many different people from all over the world that live here.
Yes. Your dream job when you were in refuel like me. My
Okay,
age.
dream job would be
The timer ended though.
the timer made you jump, but it would be to be an actor. That is what my dream would be. But thank you, Ivy, we did it! Yes! That was 60 seconds. Thank you. That was from me and Ivy, all the way from Croydon. Enjoy cruise!
Yes.
Hey Fuel, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Again, we're on Check Yourself, and this week we're talking about check your differences. I've invited my friends back. We're wearing the same clothes. I wonder, did we film this the same week? We don't know, you know.
You never know.
Chantel, Marco, and we're talking about check your differences. So I'm quite excited about this this conversation. We're going to chat about Esther. So Chantel, do you want to tell us a little bit about?
Yes, I got you. So Esther was a Jewish woman who was picked out by the king as one of the most beautiful women. And at the time, the king was persecuting Jewish people. And Esther's cousin basically told her, you need to tell the king what's up. And in that time, going against the king's word would have meant death. Like, it didn't matter who you were. And Esther basically stood up to the king and saved all the Jewish people in the land, which is amazing.
Love that.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. She used her differences for good.
That's it.
And that must have been real scary for her. Like,
Yeah.
so scary. But thought we'd start off with a question. What are your differences? Yeah. So maybe something that, yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, I think what makes me different is that I think, personally myself, I feel like I struggle with I struggle with loads of different things, but I think the main thing that I struggle with is just being myself sometimes. Sometimes I struggle because other people might see me in a certain way, so I have to act a certain way, or I'm with people that act different to me, so I have to act the way they act. And that, for me, I think that is what I struggle with a lot. But what that's actually taught me is genuinely, like, being yourself is probably the best thing you can ever do.
Yeah,
because you don't please anyone, you're just pleasing yourself.
Right.
And that's the identity God gives you, and I love that. I love that so much, and I wake up every day just thanking God for that in me all the time.
Nice.
That's so sick.
Nice.
Wow, he's totally stole my answer there. Completely. Wow.
Love
well,
that.
I mean, I'll just word it kind of uniquely to me, but for me, I've always been...
It's different.
Because it's different. I'm going to make it different.
Get it.
But yeah, like for me, I've always kind of been a little bit quirky. And as a kid, I used to hate it. I used to be like, oh, my personality is so weird. Like, I don't fit in with anybody. And I didn't really try to force myself to. I was just like, I'm happy being quirky. But now it's something that I love about myself, and I've learned to live in that and make it my thing. And all my youth know I'm so weird. Like, and it's the thing probably I love the most about myself.
Yeah,
I'm just so
nice.
strange.
I like that.
But yeah, that's me. What about you, Maureen?
Love that. For me, so I guess what my difference was when I was like younger, like I know, but when I was younger, I wanted to be a dancer. But to be a dancer, you needed to be like a certain body type. You needed to be like slim and all that stuff, and I just wasn't. I was like quite curvy and stuff, and I just hated the way I looked because it wasn't the way everyone else looked, and I just felt so different. Whereas now, and I didn't know God at the time, so it was really difficult. But now, like, you know, I know who I am. Like, I'm quite confident in, you know, the body God gave me. And I just, you know, and now it's amazing for me to see people in all shapes and sizes dancing and being professional dancers. So for me, that was like, you know, that was a real struggle, and I was different, but I didn't embrace it. And I wish, you know, I wish I did. I wish I was like Esther and embraced my differences.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of it. I guess a question like, you know, like how do we embrace our differences? You know what I mean? Like what's like a practical tip that we could do to encourage people listening of how do we, you know?
Yeah, got this.
Accept.
Well, for me, it was a long journey. Like it didn't happen overnight. So
Yeah.
understanding that, and that's understanding that even now where I'm at is not it's not the finish line.
Yeah, great.
I'm developing all the time
Nice.
in all different ways, and understanding that God said that He created you the way you're meant to
Nice.
be. That kind of making sure that kind of those types of scriptures were written in my heart and that I knew them.
Yeah, it's great.
And knowing them for yourself is so important. That's kind of how I grew to actually accepting and loving my differences, knowing that God has put them in me for a reason.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, like, I know that me being weird gives somebody else the space to be weird too. Because then they
yeah.
feel like they can be too, and
Yeah.
we just get weird, and it's
Good.
fun.
Nice, love that.
And I think it's a gift. Like, our differences are actually a gift from God.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think for me, one thing that really stands out is that at the beginning of the year, I set myself a goal, and I was like, but it's not like different goals and what I can do. I was just like, one word that's going to describe 2021 for me.
Great.
And I said, that word was grow. And what that looked like for me, it wasn't just grow and be a better football player, grow, be a better leader, be a better son, be a better brother. It was grow in myself and who I believe who I am.
Yeah, great.
And just grow to be the best person I can be.
Yeah.
And whether that looks different in certain areas, I will always want to be myself, but just growing.
Yeah.
And that in ways can look different. That might be, I might grow in being a better son in different ways, maybe being a bit more loving
great.
or being a bit more supportive or
Nice.
whatever they might look. But for me, it's different, and for me, that's what I enjoy because it makes me grow and it makes me different.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think it's really cool because we're talking about check your differences, but actually it just goes right back down to like our identity and who we are.
Yeah.
Because our differences is, you know, I think the reason why we struggle with it is because it's who we are.
Yeah.
And often, you know, because we live in a fallen world, we struggle with that identity.
Yeah, for real.
And it goes right back to that and like who God says we are. Like God says we're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
I think
right.
it's going back to that, like having those scriptures, having that word that you say over and over, and it's you know, it's almost telling your differences, hey, like they are good and I'm
Yeah.
different for a reason, and telling yourself that, and then
that, yeah.
one day, like you will believe it. It just takes that repeating. But yeah, love that. So check your differences. I'm excited to hear all about your differences in cruise and
Yeah,
just the conversation.
definitely.
But we're almost done, and are you listening?
I think so.
Guys, we've done this for
Every
a
week.
long time now. So were you listening?
Okay. Oh,
No,
okay.
you're going first this
Okay,
time.
I'm gonna go first. So it's just one word, okay? I think, I don't know how I might get this wrong, but is it dancer?
No. It was like so not that.
No, but it could have been.
Okay. I just need to think. Was the word differences?
No, it almost was.
No
it almost
way.
was.
Oh.
The word was, sorry, it was really lame, but the word was nice. I said it like
You say that
almost,
all the
yeah, but I was
time.
so obvious. I said it like
no
100
way.
I don't know about
times.
that one.
The word was nice.
Nah, I don't believe it. Don't believe it.
Nice.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We definitely did. And I hope that the conversation we had continues into cruise. Bye, guys.